The initial benefit was now we have a really solid base for kids to go have healthy outlets and alternatives while their teachers are collaborating on their language arts, math, science, and core curriculum instruction. And so that's great. By itself, that's great. But what's making the difference is the teachers. So like in a math class, you can have the greatest math curriculum, but the teacher's the one that makes a difference with the kid. And the yoga teachers that we have in our schools, more than half of them have their California teaching credentials, but they also have a yoga background, so they have dual expertise. And besides that, they're so good with the kids. When they walk on campus, oh, Miss Kristen, hey, Miss Nicole, and you see there's a bond. And so when they're in the class together, there's a trust and there's a respect. And so when the teacher at the end of the class in resting pose says, you're strong and you're awesome, what are some things that you're going to do today that show respect when you get home? The kids start to visualize that stuff, and the relationship with the teachers is making all the difference.
I would say my overall goal for them is just to experience yoga. It's a part of their day where they could just breathe, move, and relax for a little bit, and for them just to have fun. I think it's a great opportunity for them to learn about healthy habits, a healthy lifestyle through yoga. It's crucial in their education. If kids aren't healthy, if they don't feel good, the results aren't going to be as positive as they could be if they have opportunities in their day to release energy and better understand how healthy habits affect who they are and how they learn. I've also had a lot of kids tell me how they feel more flexible, even boys, you know, this is going to help me in my lacrosse game or whatever it is. So that's always fun to see. Like, I could touch my toes now, and just them grow throughout the year has been really fun to watch and hear from them. We have a new back pose today. Maybe you have or haven't done this before. What I want you to do is bend your knees, plant your feet flat on the floor. So your feet should be hip width apart. We've talked about that. So just as wide as your hips are is how wide your feet should be planted. Now I want you to stretch your arms along your side, and your fingertips should be tickling your heels. So if they're not, scooch your heels in a little bit closer, and once you feel them, then you are at the right distance. Good. Plant your hands on the floor. What you're going to do is you're going to slowly lift one vertebrae at a time to make a bridge. So this is a back strengthener. Go ahead and on your inhale breath, slowly lift one vertebrae at a time. Lift your hips high as if you're a bridge. A boat can go underneath your bridge. And we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Press in your heels. It'll help you lift your hips a little bit more. And then return to that yoga breath. Keeping your gaze to the ceiling to protect your neck. There you go. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Nice job. Bring your knees into your chest and take some rocks up and down your back. One more time. Take 2 or 3 rocks, and after you've done 2 or 3, I'll meet you in our lotus poses. Already. So you can take your legs how you want to. You can take them crisscross, half, or full. Remember to do only what is safe and feels comfortable in your body. So at the sound of the first bell, show me your first lotus pose. Folded lotus. So you can choose to take your arms behind you, reaching for your opposite elbow, or arms long out in front of you. Returning to your yoga breath. The sound of the next bell, sunbathing lotus, counter pose. Slowly roll up, fingertips facing the front of the room if you can, and then lift your chest to the sky and gently release your head. Slowly roll it up with the sound of the next bell, just seated lotus. As if you're floating on a lily pad. Inhale, zip up your spine, relax your fingers, wiggle them out. Drop your head and then find stillness. Bring your attention to the sound of your breath. And notice how it's making you feel. And at the sound of the last bell, uprooted lotus, plant your hands, use your arms and your tummy to lift up that lotus flower. Hold it up even if it's just your bottom, your feet, for 3, 2, 1 and a half. 1, lay all the way back. Find your final resting pose. If you would like your legs swung, let me know by putting one hand on your tummy, one hand on your heart.